Welcome to the Real English Learning Podcast, where real conversations help you build real English. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Maya. And today we are talking about one of my absolute favorite topics in the world: food.
I knew you would say that with that much energy.
I cannot help it. Food makes me happy. Food makes almost everyone happy. And I think that is exactly why it is such a perfect topic for English learners.
It really is, because food is universal. Every single person on this planet has a relationship with food. You have favorite foods, foods you cannot stand, foods that remind you of home, foods that surprised you.
And that means food is always a good conversation starter. At work, at a party, at a restaurant, with new friends, you can always talk about food. It never feels too personal or too strange.
And today we are going to talk about food the way people actually talk about it. Not like a menu, not like a dictionary, like two people who genuinely enjoy eating and have lots of opinions about it.
Strong opinions. Very strong. You have been warned.
And this is a B1 level episode, so the language is clear and natural, the way real people speak. You do not need to understand every single word. Just stay with us, listen for the main ideas, and enjoy the conversation.
And at the end, we have a word tour. 8 useful food words and phrases from today, explained slowly with examples. So make sure you stay for that.
But first, a small message. If your English feels a little difficult right now, please do not worry. Learning a language takes time. Every conversation you listen to, like this one, is building something inside you, even when it does not feel like it.
Progress is quiet sometimes, and that is okay. You are here, you are listening, and that already matters.
All right, let's talk about food. Maya, I am going to start with the most important question.
Oh no.
What is your absolute favorite food in the world?
Oh, that question is too hard. You cannot ask me that.
I just did.
Okay, if I have to choose one, and I really don't want to, I think it is a warm bowl of rice with a really good curry. Simple, comforting, perfect.
That is a very good answer. There is something about a warm, filling meal that just feels like everything is going to be okay.
Exactly. It is not just about the taste, it is about how it makes you feel. Safe, full, at home.
Food and feelings are so connected, which I think people do not always talk about, but it is completely true. You smell something cooking, and suddenly you are 8 years old in your grandmother's kitchen.
Yes, that happens to me all the time. Certain smells just take you somewhere completely different, like time travel through your nose.
Time travel through your nose. That is a beautiful and slightly strange sentence.
I stand by it. What about you? What is your favorite food?
Pizza. I know it is not very original, but a really good pizza. Thin crust, simple toppings, proper cheese. I think it is one of the best things humans have ever made.
Okay, I respect that. Pizza is a serious answer. It is not a boring answer.
Thank you. I feel strongly about pizza.
Do you prefer to cook at home or eat out?
Honestly, both, for different reasons. Cooking at home feels satisfying. You made the thing, you control what goes in it, and you can eat it in your pajamas if you want.
A very important freedom.
Crucial. But eating out is its own experience. Someone brings the food to you, you do not have to wash up, and there is that whole atmosphere, the sounds, the smells, the feeling of being somewhere different.
I love eating out for exactly that reason. Not just the food, The whole experience. Sitting at a nice table, reading a menu, choosing something, waiting for it to arrive.
The anticipation is actually part of the enjoyment.
Yes! The waiting makes it taste better somehow. I don't know why.
I think because your mind has time to imagine it. So when it arrives, you're already excited.
That makes complete sense. Okay, what is a food from your childhood that you still love now?
My mom used to make this really simple tomato soup. Nothing fancy, just tomatoes, a little garlic, some bread on the side. But it was the most comforting thing in the world on a cold day.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. There is something about simple food made by someone who loves you that tastes completely different from the same food made anywhere else.
It really does. The love is somehow an ingredient.
That is genuinely a beautiful thing to say about soup.
Thank you. It has been building for years.
Let's talk about taste. Because describing taste in English is one of the most useful and most fun language skills you can have. And there are so many more words than just good or bad.
So many more. Let's go through some of them naturally. Okay, something is sweet, like chocolate, like fruit, like honey. It has sugar in it, and your brain says, yes, please.
And then there is salty. Crisps, chips, most snack foods. That sharp, satisfying flavor that makes you want another one immediately.
The dangerous flavor. You cannot just have one.
Physically impossible. Then there is sour. Lemons, some yogurts, that sharp, almost uncomfortable taste that makes your face do something strange.
The lemon face. Universal across all cultures.
Completely universal. Then bitter, like dark chocolate, some coffees, certain vegetables. A strong taste that not everyone enjoys, but some people love.
I am a bitter person. In the food sense.
Good clarification. And then spicy, which is not really a taste, but a feeling. Heat, that warm, burning sensation that some people love and some people genuinely cannot handle.
I am one of the people who cannot handle it very well. I want to like spicy food. I try. My face always disagrees.
Your face has its own opinion on spice.
A very loud opinion. What about you?
I love spicy food. The hotter, the better. I grew up with it, so my tolerance is quite high. But I understand. It is not for everyone.
And then there is texture, which I think people forget about. Food is not just taste, it is how it feels in your mouth. Crunchy, soft, chewy, crispy, smooth.
Yes, texture matters so much. I personally love crunchy food. There is something very satisfying about that sound and feeling. Like the food is saying, "Hello, I am here."
The food announcing itself.
Exactly. Whereas I really struggle with food that is mushy. That word mushy means soft and unpleasantly wet, like overcooked vegetables or certain fruits that have gone too soft.
Mushy is a great word because it sounds like what it describes. Say it a few times and it already feels unpleasant. Mushy. Mushy. Yes, not a happy word.
Okay, and now the brave question. What is a food you simply cannot eat? Something that other people love, but for you, absolutely not.
Oysters. I have tried I have genuinely tried multiple times because people kept telling me they are wonderful. And every time, my body says no. Very clearly, very immediately.
Your body has made a decision and will not be changing it.
Final decision. No appeal. What about you?
Mushrooms. The texture. I cannot explain it more than that. The texture is just no. My brain and mushrooms have simply never agreed.
And the interesting thing is that texture aversion is very real. Some people cannot eat certain foods not because of the taste, but purely because of how it feels. And that is completely valid.
Very valid. Food is personal, and no one should be made to feel bad about what they do or do not enjoy.
Unless they put pineapple on pizza.
Wait, do you actually have feelings about this?
I have very strong feelings about this.
I am going to let that sit there, and we will move on. Let's talk about something that I think many of our listeners will relate to: eating in a new country. Because when you move somewhere new, food is one of the first and most significant cultural experiences.
It really is. The food is different, the portions are different, the eating times are different. What people eat for breakfast, what counts as a normal lunch, all of it can feel very unfamiliar at first.
And that unfamiliarity can be exciting, or it can be really lonely. Missing the food from home is a very real and very underappreciated part of living abroad.
So real. I remember the first months in a new city, I would see certain ingredients in the supermarket and feel genuinely happy. Oh, they have this here. I can make that.
Food as a small piece of home, a way of staying connected to where you come from, even when you are far away.
And on the other side, trying new food in a new country is one of the best ways to understand a culture. Food tells you so much about how people live, what they value, how they spend time together.
In some cultures, meals are long and social. The whole point is to sit together for a long time and talk. In others, eating is quick and practical, fuel for the day.
Neither is wrong, but it can be surprising when your expectation meets a different reality. I once sat down for a meal thinking it would take 20 minutes, and 3 hours later, we were still at the table.
Was that a good 3 hours or a worrying 3 hours?
A wonderful 3 hours. Food, conversation, laughter. One of my best memories, actually.
That is the best kind of meal. When the food is good, but the time together is even better.
And speaking of habits, let's talk about eating habits. Because people have very different relationships with food. Some people eat the same things every day without getting bored. Some people need variety all the time.
I am somewhere in the middle. I have a few meals I eat on rotation, things I know how to make quickly and that I genuinely enjoy. But I also like to try something new once a week or so.
That sounds very sensible. I am more of a variety person. Eating the same thing 2 days in a row feels like a missed opportunity.
A missed opportunity for what?
For something delicious I have not tried yet. There is so much food in the world, Ryan. We do not have time to repeat.
A very passionate philosophy of eating.
I believe in it deeply. What about cooking? Do you enjoy cooking?
I do, actually. I find it quite relaxing. After a busy day, standing in the kitchen and making something, it gives your hands something to do while your mind settles down.
Cooking as meditation. I like that. I feel the same way. There is something very present about cooking. You're focused on the smells, the sounds, the colors of the food. You cannot really worry about tomorrow while you are frying onions.
The onions demand your full attention.
They really do. And the result, a meal you made yourself, always tastes a little better than it probably should, just because you made it.
Pride is definitely an ingredient, along with the love we discussed earlier.
And sometimes a bit of flour on your clothes that you do not notice until much later.
The signature of a real cook. Okay, shall we go to the word tour?
Yes, let's. I am hungry now and need to wrap this up so I can eat.
A perfect transition. Welcome to the word tour, where we go back through today's conversation and look at 8 useful food words and phrases, slowly and clearly, with 2 example sentences each. These are words that will help you talk about food naturally, in real life, in a restaurant, with friends, at work. They will all be useful. First word, comforting. If food is comforting, it makes you feel warm, safe, and happy, usually because it is familiar or connected to good memories. Example 1. A bowl of warm soup on a cold evening is one of the most comforting things I know. Example 2. She always cooked her grandmother's recipe when she felt sad. It was comforting in a way that nothing else was. Repeat. Comforting. Comforting.
Next, savory. Savory describes food that is salty or spicy in flavor, not sweet. Most main meals are savory. Example 1. I usually prefer savory food for breakfast, eggs, toast, cheese, rather than something sweet. Example 2. The restaurant was known for its savory pastries, filled with cheese and herbs. Repeat. Savory. Savory.
Next, texture. Texture is how food feels in your mouth when you eat it, whether it is soft, hard, smooth, crunchy, chewy, and so on. Example 1. I love the texture of fresh bread, crispy on the outside and soft inside. Example 2. Some people avoid certain vegetables not because of the taste, but because of the texture. Repeat. Texture. Texture.
Next, mushy. If food is mushy, it is too soft, wet, and unpleasantly formless, often because it has been overcooked or left too long. Example 1. I usually prefer savory food for breakfast, eggs, toast, cheese, rather than something sweet. Example 2. The restaurant was known for its savory pastries, filled with cheese and herbs. Repeat. Mushy. Mushy.
Example 1. I left the pasta cooking too long and it came out completely mushy.
Example 2. Some people love bananas, but only when they are firm. Once they go mushy, they cannot eat them. Repeat. Mushy. Mushy.
Next, portion. A portion is the amount of food given to one person at a meal. One serving.
Example 1. The portions at that restaurant were enormous. I could not finish even half of mine.
Example 2. She usually cooks a large portion and keeps the rest for lunch the next day. Repeat. Portion. Portion.
Next, bland. If food is bland, it has very little taste or flavor. It is boring, flat, and not exciting to eat.
Example 1. The soup was unfortunately quite bland. It needed more salt and spices to bring it to life.
Example 2. Hospital food has a reputation for being bland, which makes it hard to enjoy even when you are hungry. Repeat. Bland. Bland.
Next, hearty. A hearty meal is large, filling, and satisfying, the kind of food that makes you feel properly full and energized.
Example 1. After a long hike in the cold, all I wanted was a hearty bowl of stew.
Example 2. Sunday lunch in her family was always hearty. Lots of food, lots of conversation, and always something warm. Repeat. Hearty. Hearty.
And our final word, appetizing. If something is appetizing, it looks or smells so good that it makes you want to eat it immediately.
Example 1. The smell coming from the bakery was so appetizing that I walked in without even planning to.
Example 2. She arranged the food on the plate carefully because she knew that appetizing presentation makes food taste better. Repeat. Appetizing. Appetizing.
Your 8 words: comforting, savory, texture, mushy, portion, bland, hearty, appetizing. All very practical, all very usable. Try 1 or 2 this week.
Even just thinking about your next meal in English is good practice. What does it taste like? What is the texture? Is it hearty or light? Is it appetizing or less so?
A kind way of saying bad.
Always kind here.
And that is our episode for today. I genuinely enjoyed every minute of this conversation.
Same. And I am now very hungry, which I think means it was a success.
A hungry listener is an engaged listener. Today's big idea: food is not just fuel. It is memory, culture, comfort, and connection. And being able to talk about food naturally in English opens so many real warm conversations.
And now you have the words to do it. Comforting, savory, hearty, appetizing. These words will serve you well the next time someone asks what your favorite food is.
Our comment question for today: what is one food from your home country that you think everyone in the world should try? Tell us what it is and why. We absolutely love reading these.
We really do. Food comments are the best comments. Please tell us everything.
If today's episode made you smile or made you hungry, please give it a like. It helps us so much and means a great deal.
Subscribe to the Real English Learning Podcast for a new friendly conversation. Free, clear, and always made with care for where you are in your English journey.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Take care of your English and go eat something delicious. This is Ryan.
And this is Maya. We will see you in the next podcast. Bye.